Is this mic working now? There we go. Oh. Sweet. Okay. Over there. Making sure my audio is on. Loud. Actually, background music. Is it still loud? I think it is. There we go. That'll do. So, I'm making a new piece of art today. I think it's gonna be a 5. Let's put these spectacles of mine on. Thing to clean my glasses. And whilst I'm doing this, in the background, I've currently got Wizard Tower. Wonder if we can get like just a small snippet of that. Oh, we can. Just how easily. There you go. Not perfectly sized as this, but it's fine. Yeah, this is what I'm playing in the background. Currently have to wait though. It's all about numbers go up. And my numbers. Let's mute this volume. And fix go off. I'm currently getting... That T stands for trillion, by the way. Like a... What is... So... I don't know what... Ah. Quadrillion. I'm in the quadrillions now. I need 2.8... no, sorry. 2.30 quadrillion mana. Much better. That's all I need. Can I prestige it? I can prestige now. I can prestige. ETA 1 more than 1 hour. I might leave it and like break the wall. Anywho, we are here for some artwork, not my auto running game which works on runs. So I'm just going to leave this run to run on its own. So I'm making our page, coloring page. Now, there is another game I play. My Steam open. So there is this game here. Let's go to the store. You can see it's in all the glory. Where am I looking? Looking here. So this is essentially why is everything either really big or really small? So game called Find All. And this is what I'm basing it off. Basically, you get a couple of different items to find. So one being a cat or a sock, cake, or whatever. This is like, and then obviously you kind of click on it on this one. I think there is a colouring version of it there. I think you can just get the colouring pages for it. But yeah, and obviously you just got to find these things in it. That's essentially what I'm making. That's essentially it. So, you got all these different ones. Yeah. So here's a little animation. This one's animated, but yeah. You get the idea though. This is what I'm gonna do for my own thing. Oh. Actually get out of the auto load game. I'll save and quit that. I don't need it on. So, one, I need to actually make sure I use the exact same thickness for everything. I'm currently on 40. And maybe 20. No. 15. Then works. So I'm actually going to. I want it a bit thicker. So let's see. So the one thing about these is they're all. What's the word? They are pretty much. So you have some ground. This is the ground. Here, all the flat forward-facing surfaces, so that's front surfaces, are all literally at front. So everything is. There's no angles, so you're not going to get like cubes. You're literally going to be making squares. That's the kind of detail we're going for. Is literally front facing kind of this word I'm looking for and I've forgotten what it is. Isometric. Not isometric. Who knows? Who actually knows? Yeah, so it's not isometric. That's what we're not doing. Dunno. It's like, who knows? I went in a rabbit hole. Never mind. Search flat sketches and it brought up like fashion design stuff. Movies. There we go. Oh. I think there's going to be a lot of like, going to be a bit more like a vertices drawings. So it's like, so obviously I'm not doing all the items yet. I'm just drawing the basic location. As we are. Let's do. Not too. Sorry. Obviously, we need something. Yeah. Make it a bit more interesting. We might need to switch the thingy bolt. How's that go? Because there we go. Because I'm making it kind of small. So that's the general gist of what we're going for, I think. I just need to expand a bit more. Bit rough. So I think for the final one, I'll start using the line tool. But for my rough draft, I will just do some Freehand sketching. Because otherwise I'll be here all night. And there's no need to make it as neat as possible this second. Fact, do I just do vehicle? The question is, we can still go for the maybe let's go to there. See, the thing is that you need a. So the way this special drawing page works is that it's mostly long. It is text wide as well, but because I don't have the width, I mean, I could do it sideways, I suppose. Like do what I've just done, but obviously more on its side. So I can have the well, entrance here. So this one doesn't seem too bad. How's Tiffany's doing? Seems fine. These are getting a wee bit sharpish. Change it a bit. So this wasn't too bad. I was, however, to add a vehicle. I feel like you can see this footpath, but nothing here. Definitely have a lot more room. Maybe. Maybe I just need a different idea. Different idea. Now, what would be a good, decent idea? No. That was not good. Not good. Delete. What do... do indeed. I don't mind the first one, but it's a bit cramped, so I might have to go sideways with a coloring page, especially if I'm going to be adding hidden items to it. They gotta find, because if I'm doing the page, technically I'd want to be at the bottom of the page. Say, by the way, here are the all things, or 5 things. It's only a single page, so you can't really do much. Hmm. And like I said, because I want it to be kind of like a tall shot. So you got, yeah. This could be like a house, whatever. Window, another window. Something there. You could build upon it on this, maybe. Things to it. Everything has to be facing directly forwards, though. Forward facing. I think the only thing that isn't forward facing is the ground. Which, where is it? What's the... Yeah, I think if we have a look at one of these, yeah, this one in particular. Make this bigger. Whoa. This one in particular, if you have a look at the ground there, obviously it's not the train, the cars, everything is forward facing except the ground. The ground is the only thing that does not follow this rule. I think even like the whatchamacalls it, stairs follow it. You know, references. So yeah, like I said, I don't think so. This bench, the benches don't follow this rule either. Most this whole shelter doesn't follow it somewhat. But it looks like over here as well, this doesn't actually follow it. We've actually got a bit of definition in like this little pool. Yeah, so there you go. There's the pool. The pool doesn't follow it. The bench follows it, and everything else does. It's literally just like the ground, and then. Yeah, but ironically, even though the pond fountain. Hi, Farrell. How are you? I'm good. I'm just explaining what I'm trying to do, which is this coloring page. I'm just not explaining it to myself exactly what I'm doing, because I had no idea. But because I need everything to be facing forwards except for the floor, and then apparently something like this. Even though this middle bit of the fountain is actually also facing forward. Yeah. And this is a game called Find All, by the way, that I'm basing this coloring page off. Because, you know, if you need a chill game, just saying. Just trying to figure out what I'm actually designing. So how is Firewall anyway? You good? I'm drawing a line. Oh, get rid of. Use the full page. Verf. Sketch. Yep. Hmm. Interesting. Let's have a look. So on my Discord, I have one called News and Updates. And then have I missions? Private. Mission is not synced with category. Oh. View channel, yes. Not everyone can view channel. Hmm. No idea. Interesting. Here, Paul, send messages, send text, read messages, message thread, pins, manage. I can't do that. So I should have it set up so everyone can see the channel. Hmm. I don't know how I've done. I'll be honest. I think I was trying to do roles and I don't think I've done it right. Who knows? Server? Yeah. I don't know what I've done. I thought I'd have a look, but intriguing. Room full of doors. Well, it's meant to be a colouring page. Like I was saying before, it was based on the game Find All. So basically, I have a colouring page, and at the bottom of this, or somewhere on it, I'll just have like a list of things you've got to find in it. Yeah, whether yeah, it'd be like cherries or apparently Batman. Yeah, and it'll be hidden within the drawing and what. And obviously, when you go and colour it in, you can go and find out where everything is, and then like a Where's Wally colouring book. Yeah. Except my ideas aren't flowing right now. I had an idea and it didn't seem to be working. So then I drew a lot of squares now, just thinking, maybe a room like flying dolls, like in Shazam. Yep, trees. To be fair, I suppose that's the best thing I should probably start on. Is like, yeah, like add things like trees and things that you can add quite a bit detail to. You can kind of hide things in there. Yeah, so even if I kept these run off. Yeah. So, well, trees. Can't do one. That's it to say hello. And eventually just be a pen. Isn't that right, Cat? Yeah. The trees, bushes. I mean, I could try and do something similar to like the fountain I had. Yeah, can't see. So, it's only for yeah, yeah, got to be gone. Yeah, yeah. That is, well, yeah, she is a villain. She's evil anyway. But yeah, and then I can put some bushes and some trees. And like I said, I can hide things in. Obviously, this will not be the clean, pristine version. Rock. Hide things next to a rock. Get it. Oh, yeah, kind of like that kind of thing. Is it a rabbit or is it a duck? Who knows? Yeah, just have it so that it's like people are looking at it this way, but actually you want to have it this way. It looks like somewhere else. That'd take a lot more brain power than I have this evening. And less distracting cat. Ooh. Like I said, I could technically do like do portrait, yeah, portrait, landscape. I was already doing a portrait. Cat balls. So that's made me forget. You made me forget, cat. What was I going? Um. Nope. That idea's gone. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of redraw like a section of my thing for like my Minecraft. Or my Minecraft building that I made or something. Yeah. Yeah. You're a menace. The car for some reason. Why is that? What has the beard decided to do? Yeah, this just trying to find like the perfect kind of like a decent setting. 'Cause obviously, once you've got the setting, then you can kind of start going. So, okay, I've got the actual main thing kind of drawn. Now I'll add all the little bits and find where I can hide them. So it's just what it does to get a cat over me apparently. And just kind of cat, that is my mouth. I don't want you paw in my mouth. Appalling behavior, cat. Factory, yeah. The factory is not bad. Bad shot actually. Of like a conveyor belt or something. Front. Have some on the machines. Background. Yeah, even though I was leaning towards kind of like the front facing way, I don't think it needs to be that way, but that's probably hindering my ideas a bit, I think, because that's generally not how I draw anyway. Hmm. I'll just draw a scene. See, you need to stop. Yeah, well, in the Find All series, they generally have the things that they generally utilize are things like apples and, well, obviously it depends on the location, like you're saying, but apples, some instruments, birds, cats, dogs, raccoons, hamsters, socks. So many socks just loitering everywhere. Hmm. The factory idea is not okay. But to be honest, it is meant to be for the Christmas activity book that I give to people in my family at the end of the year. I've started doing. So maybe Christmas theme, which is why I was going for the house. I was going to do a house and then do like a little Christmassy, but it just couldn't seem to get it right. Hmm. Hmm. Halloween, yeah. Yeah, same vibes in it. Halloween. Doing Halloween. It's got to be a graveyard, surely. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I think what's hindering me is the fact that I'm trying to stick to an art style. I'm not. Feels slightly boring. It is quite a static art style. It doesn't provide any leeway. It's meant to either be. It's quite flat. R.I.P. The first one on my battle was generally the wrong, quite rubbish. But I think it's because it's quite blocky and it kind of works. About that. Need a pumpkin. Can't have Halloween. No. I don't think so. I think that is now technically a trope in most things. We generally just literally name their birth when it came, you know, when the pastor. I think just R.I.P. Is like I said, it's just a trope now. I don't even know where it originated from. I'm very curious now. Yeah, I don't know. Rest in peace, is it? Quiesce in peace. In peace. Latin. Requiescat at impact. Hmm. Graves. Yeah, it used to be engraved on gravestones. Yeah. Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. Yeah, I think it's mainly same over here. Now I think it's very rare that the Christian thing mainly. So over here, so I think it'd be very rare that you get one of those on anyone's gravestone nowadays. I'll have one on mine. There you go. Let's have a coloring page. This. To be fair, I've seen a few gravestones over here which do have photos on. Wherever we go. Yeah. Not well. Pretty much non-existent. Which is technically why I do the streams in the first place. Because let's sit and draw then. Which is, yeah, like I said, is literally the main reason. Well, as long as you're kind of doing something, I mean, it's generally alright, whether it be just doing a bit of doodling, or just any kind of form of kind of just picking at it some. Yeah, that can happen. I think burnout is generally the reason when you stop drawing and or if you prefer to do more like original stuff and stuff like that, and you can't think of it to do, then you kind of just like you don't sit down and try and do anything because you don't know what to do. But these are all that make me procrastinate. That and I'll do this instead. I'll do this instead. Anyway, apparently I've made an interesting Halloween image. Whether or not it's a coloring page, who knows? Yeah. Not bad. Needs neating up. But you could turn it into the colouring page. And I probably would because I've got 3 candles there, and that would mean I've got to do lighting. And then take out all the darkness of these things. Oh, that's not too bad, I suppose. I suppose I could do a similar thing for Christmas one. Look again. The Halloween and that kind of so much easier. I mean, dude, you just make it look creepy. Christmas, you need to make it kind of look a bit nicer. Sweet, maybe. I should do Halloween on Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas. I forget what. Yeah, see, I've seen that, but I've never watched it. I keep thinking I could do watching that because it looks interesting. Never got around to it. Maybe I need to watch it to get some ideas from it then. But if I hmm. If I could do one of these kind of way it goes, like, yeah, really won't draw. Or like kind of the rolling shadow instead. Can't see him then. You can have these, you can do a little yeah. Like Santa's dropped some gifts. Can you find them? Yeah. just like silly. Nope, not good for me. I like to have like my big focal thing and then do some other stuff at the side, so go and do the other stuff first. Yeah, I've seen the art style somewhat when obviously it plays trailers for everything, and it does seem to have like an interesting blend of, because it's, if I'm not mistaken, it is like short stories mainly. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just assumed it was like a bunch of like short stories, kind of like the what was it called now? It kind of reminded me somewhat of the Matrix animatic. I think it was like the Animatrix. That's what it was called. If you haven't seen that, I'm assuming you might like that as well, because that was pretty much similar. Obviously, they were all the short animated stories based around the Matrix. I believe that's what it was called. And I quite liked that myself, to be fair. Yeah. The Animatrix, so you have like a couple of different art styles in there as well. So yeah, the Matrix, this is generally where you've got the people who dive into, essentially, we'll call it the internet, which the robots have turned people into batteries and then just plugged everyone in there anyway. Yeah. So the Animatrix is like 9 short films. It's an anthology film produced by Wachowskis. Butchering that name. Yeah. It's like humans versus robots, essentially, except they do it in a virtual space. barring the times when they're doing the actual space, except they don't look as cool because they're just giant robots. And the humans just look like normal humans. Pretty boring. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's like if you like that, I think you might like the Animatrix. Not seen already. Because I think it's probably gives a similar vibe. Obviously, it's all based on the Matrix, but it's like you've got quite a few different art styles going on in there. One of them's a bit more realistic than the other. Some of them are quite more cartoonified than others. Yeah. Yeah. I generally find that most things after a season generally either they'll kind of keep it going or it kind of slowly degrades over time. They can pick back up though, so yeah, that this one does anyway. Right, anyway. Hmm. Yeah. The latest series. So nothing just like in between then. See, there's like it's really good, it's really bad, it's really good. Really bad. Nah. Always saddening when something you like just kind of just goes from being quite good to being trying to is it dead now? No, I do. Like I said, I enjoyed the Animatrix, so I have a feeling I'll enjoy this one as well, considering it has a similar vibe to it. Yeah. Thank you. But I think that's the thing. It's like with it being kind of an anthology of kind of stories rather than just one coherent story. You can kind of have that kind of like, oh, I don't quite like this episode because it's someone different, but obviously like 17 other episodes that are really good that you kind of click with more. Obviously, everyone kind of has one. I mean, it kind of reminds me as well of the whilst live action American Horror Stories, where each season is like a self-contained story in and of itself. Even though it's generally using the same cast, they just all play different roles. Yeah. I will say I've only actually watched one season of that. And it wasn't even the first one. I think it was like season 6 or something. It's like they were all in a hotel. Bizarre behavior. Anyway. Button eyes. Hmm. Not feeling it as much as the others, but the other one. Hoping this is how reindeer look. Does seem like an interesting one. Dilemma. Sounds like one of those whatchamacallit. What do they call them now? It's like a conscious test. Oh, is trolley problem? Yeah, I suppose they do call it trolley problems. Like they generally use the kind of like, do you want to kill one person or 17? Yeah, whatever. But the trolley problem, but yeah, kind of one of those morality tests. Yeah, I suppose as well. Maybe. Could be wrong again. Yeah, I can see that. It'd be an interesting one to watch, to be fair. Because obviously, I mean, one of the issues I think you've said was, it's like, okay, how do we feed this thing? What does it feed? Feed on? Fair enough. Okay. You just catch some fish. Feeds on those. Fair enough. Okay, problem solved. It's going to and kill a lot of people. Yeah, I suppose you could ask why. But if you're not finding out the reason why, is there, yeah, well, who is this island of people? Maybe this island of people is a bunch of bad people. You don't know. Yeah, interesting problem. Interesting problem. Anywho. Fair enough. If we get around to watching it, I'll have to tell you. Yeah, the grab morality / not morality / character, whatever. thing it is. Yeah, I'll definitely need to do need to watch it. I need to watch a lot of things. Oh well. Anyway, I'm probably going to shoot off now. I need sleep before I go to work tomorrow. I'm done for now. For now, anyway. And I'll need to figure out what's going on with the Discord. Thank you for letting me know. He makes noises at night. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Nice talking to you again. And I'm assuming we'll probably chat again during Brad's stream tomorrow. Yeah. If you want, I do stream tomorrow as well. So you can always chat then. I'll only be playing Metaphor, I think. But yeah. Anyway. I'll wave goodbye now, because that's what I do. Bye bye.